Good day, grade 4. Let's talk about a new lesson called The Three Courageous Hebrews. Let's start. Can you recall examples of acts of kindness or where you chose to be kind on a certain situation? Would you like to share it with us? And can you also tell us a time about where you did so good that you feel so proud about it and you just want to share it to the whole world? For this lesson, we have three objectives. First is to always choose to do what is right. Second, stand firm for God even in a difficult situation, no matter what the cost. And thirdly, continue to live a life worthy of pleasing God. The story for this lesson is based on Daniel chapter 3 verses 1 to 30, and the verse that we should keep in our hearts is from 2 Corinthians 4 verse 9, which says, "In times of trouble, God is with us, and when we are knocked down, we get up again. Always remember that God wants you to do what is right and pleasing to Him." A quick question. Was there ever a time when you had to suffer for doing good? The three Hebrews in today's story experienced just that. Let's find out. Babylon defeated Jerusalem and took its people as prisoners. Nebuchadnezzar chose healthy, fit, handsome, and intelligent young men among the Hebrews to serve in the king's palace. He had his servant, in the name of Aspenaz, train them for work in Babylon's government. Daniel and his friends Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego asked for beans and water for their food instead of meat and wine. They told Aspenaz that they did not want to sin against God by eating food that had been offered to idols. Aspenaz agreed on the condition that if they look as healthy as the others after 10 days, they would continue. At the end of 10 days, they looked better, healthier, and did better in their studies than all the other young men in training. The four got key positions in government, Daniel at the palace, and the three in provinces of Babylon. After many years, King Nebuchadnezzar decided to make an image of gold and set it up on a plain in the province of Babylon. He then called on all the government officials to come to the dedication. He gave a command that when music played, all must bow down and worship the image. King Nebuchadnezzar said that anyone who did not would be thrown immediately into a fiery furnace. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego disobeyed, which made King Nebuchadnezzar furious. "Can your God deliver you out of my hands?" he challenged. The three replied, "O king, our God is able to deliver us out of your fiery furnace. But if he doesn't, we still won't serve your gods nor worship your golden image." Nebuchadnezzar ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than before. He had the strongest men tie up the three and throw them into the fire. Because of the heat, the furnace alone instantly killed the king's men when they threw the three Hebrews in the furnace. Suddenly, Nebuchadnezzar stood up and pointed a shaking finger at the furnace. "Did we not throw three into the furnace? Who is that fourth man with them? And how could they be walking around in the fire and none of them burned?" he inquired. He called to the three, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, come out." When they came out, they did not smell of smoke, nor were their hair and clothes burned by the fire. The king and his men were amazed, and the king said, "Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has delivered them from the fiery furnace." He added, "You may worship your God and not our gods. Anyone who speaks against your God will be destroyed." Let us look into the part of our lesson where there's ordinary people with his extraordinary acts. An evangelist named Andrew stared at the gun, wondering why the man didn't fire. The assassin grew frustrated, then frightened, and finally fled from the room. The phone rang, and Andrew found himself talking to the man who had come to kill him minutes earlier. The Muslim leaders offered me a big reward to kill you, the would-be assassin explained. I rode across Bangladesh to come to your office. The reward was mine. I was ready to shoot, but I couldn't move my arm. I couldn't pull the trigger. The evangelist praised the Lord for his protection. So what can I do for you now? The evangelist asked. Sir, I still can't move my arm and it's because of you. Can you help me? Right on the phone, Andrew prayed, and instantly the man regained full use of his arm. Astounded by the miracle, he returned to the evangelist's office and began to ask questions about this Jesus of whom the Muslim leaders seemed to be afraid. The evangelist patiently explained the good news of Jesus' love, even offering tea to the man who'd come to kill him. After 45 minutes, the man prayed to receive Jesus into his own heart. The former hitman is now a missionary in Bangladesh. What important values did you learn from this lesson? Today, we learned about the three courageous Hebrews. Did you learn something today? I hope you do. If ever you have questions, feel free to message me or leave a comment on the comment section below. God bless you, grade 4.